All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. All right, so it looks like the market is bouncing back. Looked at the crypto market, and it looks like prices are increasing. I think BTC's at 88 right now. We'll take a look at the charts here soon. Stocks are somewhat bouncing back. I don't think they are bouncing back as much as crypto. And the reason being is because remember we had that pump over the weekend with crypto when they announced the reserve, the crypto reserve, the new administration announced the crypto reserves. And we had a pump all the way to 93, 90, 93, 94. And then we just crashed going into yesterday in this morning. But it looks like we're bouncing back a little bit. And what I heard was prior or before they announced the reserves of the crypto reserve for Cardano, XRP, and I think it's Ethereum. Somebody took like a 50x leverage. It was like I think it was in the billions of dollars that they took a 50x. So they were saying that it was like an inside job, or somebody knew that the administration was going to announce that they were going to come out with a reserve. And yeah, so that's very interesting. But let's go over a synopsis of what's going on in the market. So it says, as of March 4th, 2025, both stock and cryptocurrency markets are experiencing heightened volatility influenced by recent geopolitical developments and economic policies. So for the stock market, U.S. stock markets have faced significant downturns during the escalating trade tensions. Again, all the tariffs. And remember, the tariffs went into effect today, right? And I was just looking on Twitter, and it looks like Canada is already retaliating with their own tariffs. They said they're placing a 25% tariff on American, I guess it would be imports, right, or exports. I'm not sure, but they're placing a 25% tariff on those goods that come from the U.S. Going into Canada or coming out of Canada, however that works. But yeah, so people are already retaliating. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm pretty sure China's going to follow suit. And like I mentioned, people are not just going to stand by and get taxed 25%. It's just not going to happen. I'm not sure what we were thinking, but again, yep, so that's happening. So it says the Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped approximately 800 points earlier today, though it later paired losses to a decline of around 300 points. The S&P has nearly erased its gains for the year, with all major U.S. stock indexes now in the red. And yeah, when I looked at it, mostly everything was in the red. So yeah. All right, so cryptocurrency market sentiment. The cryptocurrency market has also experienced notable fluctuations. Like we mentioned, Bitcoin surged to 95,000 over the weekend, and then it fell below. These moves are partly due to President Trump's announcement of a U.S. crypto strategic reserve, which initially fueled optimism, but was overshadowed by broader market concerns stemming from the new tariffs. Again, the tariffs is kind of like the topic of discussion right now, right? Okay, so let's take a look at some of these charts, and let's see where we're going to be going. Let's see what we're looking at, right? All right, so first let's take a look at what's going on Yahoo Finance. Canada hits back as Trudeau, the president, I believe, of Canada, or the leader, I'm not sure what he is, of Canada, blasts very dumb tariffs. So they hit back again. I said the 25, they hit back with 25% tariffs. And then the Dow sinks 650 points. S&P wipes out post-election gains. So again, we see it here, right? Huge crashes. Now, if we look at NVIDIA kind of rebounded today. If we look at the 5 day, so yesterday it crashed, and today it looked like it picked back up. And they may be hit, right? Again, with all these tariffs, I'm pretty sure they're going to be impacted some way, right? So, what else? The only thing that's really holding up is gold. And again, during volatile times, things like gold typically hold up decently. BTC, again, I think we're going to get BTC. Right now, the market cap is just too low. Like gold is at, 14, 15 trillion. So even if they wiped out $1 trillion in gold, it's just hard to manipulate. So that's why a lot of people don't buy, or that's why you don't see a lot of institutional people get into gold, because it's really hard to manipulate that market when it's, close to 14, 15 trillion dollar market cap. But BTC, it's still at 2 trillion. So if you wipe out 300 billion or a trillion, you can really shift the market. But I think once we get to a 10, 20 trillion dollar market cap, it's going to be hard to manipulate BTC, just in my opinion, right? And then it's going to be as strong as gold. But right now, it's a lot of volatility. So, yeah. All right, so let's look at Tesla. Tesla looks like it bounced back. This honestly looks like the same chart as Nvidia. So it looks like tech stocks are bouncing back. Overall, the S&P, like the Dow Jones and stuff like that. But you see like these individual blue chip stocks, and they look like they're bouncing back pretty well. Let's look at Palantir. Again, Palantir has the same chart. It's crazy to see, right? Like they almost move like in step, right? Like Nvidia has that same chart, literally identical. It's almost like a check here for Nvidia. I'll go back to Palantir. A check for Palantir, right? A check for Palantir, and then Tesla. And then Tesla, kind of like that check too. So three check look like patterns, and again they move simultaneously. And that's typically for the whole market. Like you even see with crypto, once we go to the charts, a lot of the times you don't really get cryptos moving at their own pace unless there's like some type of catalyst for that specific project, or they do some type of major upgrade, or they're getting adopted, like what do you call it, mass adoption and things like that. Typically they move, if one goes down, they typically all go down. You're seeing that with Nvidia, you're seeing that with Tesla, you're seeing that with Palantir. Let's take a look at Dell. And Dell is below 100. But again, kind of somewhat of that check pattern, more of a U. But I think tech stocks in general are just moving the same today. All right, let's take a look at crypto, and then we'll wrap it up here. So it looks like BTC is bouncing back. This is the ultimate blue chip. So we got to follow what this does. And it looks like, again, we're bouncing back. Let's take a month look. So we crashed, we bounced back, and it looks like we finally got a bounce here at 82. And again, I always bring this up, but I got to bring it up again. We are currently, right now it says we're currently positive for March, right? So we're plus 4%. Earlier today, we were negative. But historically, I said the aggregate of these 3 months, the year after the halving, is typically a positive number. So in order for that to remain true, March has to end positive. Now it's positive already, right? So if it consolidates in this area, it'll stay positive. It doesn't need to do tremendously good. Actually, no, I'm lying. It needs to be at least, it has to beat this -7, right? So this is +9, so +5, so 14%. So it needs to be at least like around that 8 to 9%, right? That 8 to 9% to ultimately end up positive for the month. Because again, the year after the halving for 2020 was 2021. These 3 months aggregate positive. 2016, 14, -5%, still ended up around 4 to 5% positive. And then 2012 was the halving year. Then 2013 is the year after, positive, right? So most likely we will end up positive for crypto. I think it was just, it's weird because we got a lot of positive news. I mean, crypto reserve, yeah. I mean, again, I think there was somebody highly leveraged and knew he was going to announce that crypto reserve, and they end up making a lot of money. So that's kind of, we're seeing the kind of the sell off there. But for the most part, it was all positive news. The only thing that's really negative that's having that impact is the tariffs. So, and that really, I guess obviously it affects the companies and things like that. But as far as crypto, maybe, yeah, because again, the market cap is so low that it could be manipulated. So, yeah, people that are invested in the stock market that are invested in crypto will try to play that leverage game as well. All right. So that's pretty much it for the market. Nothing new. We are rebounding. We should see I think we should see a really good end of March. It looks like I was looking on again on Twitter or X that it looks like they're going to get a mineral deal with Ukraine and the U.S. now. So hopefully they sign that, and that starts to fix up. And then hopefully, I mean, with Canada and all these countries retaliating with their own tariffs, hopefully that just kind of we come to some type of deal with that, so we get rid of the tariffs, and then it looks like things are going to start cleaning up, and hopefully the market starts to move up towards the end of March, and then we go into April and hopefully see some new all-time highs, especially here for crypto, but I'm sure we'll see something in the stock market as well. But that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.